Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Theme Park Wonders. Theme parks are what a strange thing, yet I seem to love them. Join me in Theme Park Wonders, where today we're going to discuss and just talk about the new ScareMaze event coming to Alton Towers in 2026 Final Exhibit. So if you've not seen, the new trailer for Final Exhibit has just dropped and I think it looks absolutely great. So as said, today we're going to be talking about that while having it on the screen, and also after we're going to talk about what I think this ScareMaze is going to be about. Of course, I could be completely wrong, or I could have some bits right. I don't expect everything right because that would that's never going to happen. However, I just thought it'd be fun to think about what this ScareMaze might be about. So hope you enjoy. Let's start. So let's watch the trailer. Of course, Alton Towers Resort presents. I love that bit in every single trailer. See some over shoulder concept art, I guess, for the different characters. Now this is Alton Towers footage from the creator. I think you are gonna watch something from the creator in the ScareMaze. I think he's gonna be mind controlled by the creator. I'll explain it later. Storage, yeah, I think you're definitely gonna go through storage. Nemesis egg. You can tell everything is quite old. I don't know who she is, to be honest with you, but I'll explain a bit more of that later again. Here you can hear very deep breathing. I think that's something very important to what's going to happen. Of course, again, I'll explain it later, but I do think it's important. Now, the creator. We're going to get to meet him, finally, after months and months of waiting. Don't know who on earth he's going to be. Well, hello? I kind of have speculation. Bye! Now, if you did not understand what on earth I was just saying then, it doesn't really matter because you kind of saw it on the trailer. I was just saying what was in the trailer. There was some key parts I mentioned that I think are very important, which I'll explain now. So, it's not that bad if you didn't really understand what I said then, because I was very quick trying to get across what I was saying. But don't worry, this will be calmed. However, firstly, how good does this trailer look? I think it looks amazing, and if this ScareMaze is up to the standard of it is in the trailer. Now, I originally thought it was going to do with the smile and stuff. It might still be, and I'll explain that again in my thoughts on what's going to happen in the ScareMaze. However, even if it's not, I think this is really promising. I'd still like to see something about Smiler eventually, because I think that's really cool. However, this just looks really good, on itself thing. Looks great. I'm going to explain what I think might be going on in the ScareMaze itself. I've got my notepad with me. Yes, I did write these down. So based off this picture I'm now going to put on the screen for you, yes, I did go to Alton Towers a few days ago, and I did see the lakeside suite and of course the stuff outside. So based off the reception on the right hand side of the container, I think the story is that you're going to book a visit to go and see this, everyone's going to think it's abandoned and stuff, but obviously it's not going to be. So you'll book a visit and then I think you'll walk into a room. Just like the teaser, you will have a video of the creator explaining a bit, kind of what his intentions are to, do to Alton Towers and keep it smiling forever. Yeah, it does kind of seem like the smiler, doesn't it? So after he starts yapping about what he wants to do to Alton Towers, I think he's going to then let this, in the trailer where there's kind of a zombie guy and he's just point somewhere. I think he's going to let him to take us privately into the staff room where we can of course see, all the storage and whatever. I think in the storage room, I don't think anything major is going to happen except for a few little bits and bobs there. Like for example, the woman in the white dress who was running around like crazy. There might be a few things like that just to get, everyone what was that? But I think mostly they're actually going to keep it very still and, not make anything move and of course have dim lights and stuff. Just to make it kind of feel very, very weird and just insecure kind of feel. Which in some ways can be more scary than someone just After this, you'll go to the office where the creator is and somehow he is going to trap you and explain who he really is and his true intentions and why he trapped you basically. I think this could be along the lines of him working at this kind of place where they look after the items and props used for the park with his fellow colleagues. However, after a while, as we all know now, these items were removed from the park slowly but surely. Now this is going to lead him to get angry because I think he's going to be like a psychopath for these kind of thing. He's going to love them. So you may recall, or if not because I was kind of yapping in the video, recall me talking about a key moment where the kind of old costume things were so scary. They were breathing very loudly. Now, the reason why I said that was important is maybe his revenge was maybe hypnotizing or doing something to them and trapping them inside these costumes. That's why maybe when you walk past them, you can kind of hear breathing from the people inside them. And now he wants to do the same with you. All this would explain the eerie abandoned feel of the place, yet it's not actually abandoned. And even like the, creepy caretaker guy, maybe he's just been warped or something by this, creator guy. Now somehow I think you will escape his office and run back through the storage room, where along the way you will be chased and scared by the old costume things. And this would be quite funny because I'd actually be running towards them to have a picture with them. Imagine having a picture with some, like, I don't know, 20-year costume that was, brought out Alton Towers long ago. After escaping, you're going to be rewarded with a night ride on the Wicker Man. Scratch that last part. That is my theory of what could happen in this scare maze. Of course, as said, I could be completely wrong. I may, it may be nothing like that. However, I just thought it'd be fun to speculate and think about what could be in this scare maze. Let me know if you're doing the scare mazes at Alton Towers or not. Of course, if you're not, I hope you have a good time anyway, and maybe you'll enjoy doing the rides in the dark. I will see you next time. Bye! Ah! Theme parks are what a strange thing, yet I seem to love them. Join me in Theme Park Wonders.